So today we took a trip outside Allentown, Pennsylvania. This is a car, one of our customers that we mean to do a spotlight on for years now. I think we've been trying to do this. We did a quick video on this car years ago at Motorama, but now we're finally out here. We're in their garage, and Max is gonna tell you all about his 1995 Saline Tribute. So here with Max and his dad, Jeff, and Jeff is a pretty cool car in his own right. We've actually done a video, a couple little small videos on it in the background. The car we're here to see though is Max's car.
I started the interest of cars watching him build his, and for my 4th birthday, he bought me my Mustang.
For your 4th birthday. Most kids have Power Wheels by the age of 4.
She did.
And you have a full-size Mustang.
Yeah.
So tell us about the car when you first got it. I mean, it's a 95, correct?
Yeah.
And was there what kind of condition was it in? Was it rough? Did it run and drive? Did it have anything done to it back then?
It ran, it wasn't too rough, but it wasn't anything special. It was a daily driver. It wasn't, it was, if you saw a Kia Soul, you'd think the same thing about the car, except it was bright yellow.
Okay.
It wasn't much. And then I got a little bit older. I was around 6. We started tearing the car apart. We put the Pro Charger
And by
on
we,
it.
you jumped in on this build, correct? This wasn't just dad built it for you in the garage. I've been told you were out here with the tools, helping him out the whole time.
12 o'clock at night when I was 6.
Way past your bedtime.
Got yelled at all the time by my mother.
So you said when you were 6, again, most kids are playing with Hot Wheels, you were putting a supercharger on the car?
Well, wait. I still played with Hot Wheels. Now.
Okay, I was gonna make sure, because I still play with Hot Wheels and I'm 50, so.
It was just a part-time hobby, all right?
Gotcha.
The plan was we were gonna re-gasket and reseal the engine.
That's the story I remember.
Fix a vacuum leak.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, the engine had a little over 90,000 miles. Why don't we just go through it, make sure it's sorted right? Well, why we have it out of the car? Why don't we repaint the engine bay? Well, why don't we redo this?
Very familiar story, I'm sure, with the guys watching this video and everybody who's ever worked on a car. Well, I'm just gonna do a couple little things to it.
While it's out and we're redoing things, why don't we just go ahead and do the Pro Charger?
Well, here you can do this and then that.
So here we are, 7 years of why don't we just go ahead and fix this while we're at it. What do we have now? I mean, the car obviously is beautiful. Has it been repainted? I know the engine was built. I mean, what all is done to it now?
Everything. It's the only stock thing on the car is the block, really.
Okay.
The main panels are the original paint. The
Okay.
hood, the side skirts.
And you guys added, obviously, all the Saline stuff to it.
Yeah.
Still has the Pro Charger on it?
Yeah.
Pro Charger, 12 pounds of boost.
Okay. And so you said it's a stock block, but the motor is built.
Stock block, motor's built, bored out to a 306, forged internals, right? Wisico pistons, right? And we went to 60-pound injectors, and
recently you put the Terminator on it, I believe. You and I were talking about that upgrade you were doing. That was kind of the last winter's project, I think.
Anybody who's familiar with 94, 95s knows they
Computer's
are
horrible.
one of the most difficult cars to tune and get right. We couldn't get a good base tune out of the car. We never quite got it to run the way we wanted it to. So that's when we decided to go with the Holley system, right? And Max was a big proponent of pushing that one.
I gotta ask a question. What's up with the Legos? Obviously the car's got a very heavy Lego theme. Your shoes have a Lego theme.
Well, when I was little, when I got the car, my favorite thing was Legos.
Okay.
And yellow.
Okay.
So when I was, 7, 8, I started building the Lego Technic sets with more than 2,000 pieces. I have that, the dark blue.
Okay.
Yep, and that kind of started the Lego theme. Yeah.
He's pretty mechanically inclined. Those 16 to 18-year-old sets, he started building when he was 6, 7 years old.
Well, he started building a car when he was
By
6, 7 years
himself.
old. So the Legos, I would think, would probably come pretty easy to him.
Yeah.
All right, so the classic question that every car guy has, is it done? I mean, or is there more plans for this car?
It's never done.
That's the right answer. I mean, what is the next step in the build? I mean, have you raced the car yet? Have you dynoed the car yet? You know what kind of power it has? Obviously, you haven't raced it yet, but we know that's only a few years away.
3 years away.
3 years away.
Almost there.
I bet you know the
Almost
days
there.
almost.
Yeah, almost.
So have you had it on the dyno though?
We did dyno the car when
dynoed
we did the first version of the build.
Okay.
And we were pushing right around 501 horsepower.
Okay.
All right.
For an automatic is making some power.
For an automatic is making some power. And speaking of automatic, we cooked it very quickly. It was on a stock AODE. So we went to Freddie Brown. It was a good recommendation, and we did it for our 70W with a manual valve body.
Okay.
So it can handle everything we want to throw at it now. And that kind of led to us going into the Holly system as well. It has to go back on the dyno. We were really rushed to get it done for Carlisle and for the 40th anniversary of Celine.
Okay, nice.
We did a Celine charity dinner where Max got the hobnob with Steve and that whole
Nice.
crew. Steve spent
I saw he signed the dash.
he spent 20 minutes out there going over the whole car, spent
Very
time
cool.
with Max, signed the dash, so that was a pretty special moment for us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the cool things with this build, obviously, that it's a father-son build. That you're gonna have this killer car before you can even legally drive it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you didn't do everything yourself. A bunch of companies that have helped you out with this car.
Yeah. I mean, the obvious one that blares out is the graphics. That's Stoner Graphics out of Hummelstown, close to CJ's Way, just
They
down
actually
the
did all of
road.
our studios. So the
Same
CJ
neighborhood.
studios are done by them.
Phenomenal guys to work with. Great time, had a lot of fun with the car. CJ Pony Parts, obviously. Bill himself, we got the seats from Crimpstang. That's the only part of the car that's gone 10 so far, so we're hoping
The rest will get there.
The rest of the
will
car
get
get there. Yep. I'm a big fan of local shops. Cam's Garage, local buddy down the road, Back Alley Garage, who spent a lot of late nights here and then also in the garage working on this thing. And it was a family build. It was Max and I, but it was also his Uncle Rich played a big role in it. And I gotta mention Mommy, right? A lot of patience, a lot of understanding there. The saint, right? All right.
A lot of
The unsung hero of the
too.
car build. Yep. The mother wife who just puts up with it.
On the kind of the reversion of that, then, everybody said, Jeff, I think you're selling yourself short. You can do the Holly system yourself. It's pretty intuitive. You're pretty good with wiring. I said, nah, absolutely not. And we went to Troy at Race Wires, and he didn't disappoint.
Yeah, Troy's awesome. He wired Crimpstang. He's done a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff for us.
Yeah.
We were down there not long ago.
There are certain things you hand it over to the professionals, let them take care of it, and he absolutely did for us.
So future plans. I mean, obviously, it's hard to say what you want to do with the car in the future because you haven't really done anything with the car besides build it. But where do you want? Are you looking to make more power down the road? Do you want to get a drag racing? Do you want to do other things with the car?
Hopefully a little bit of drag racing.
Okay.
But if we wanted to make more power, we have to go with a non-stock block.
You're pretty much
And
maxed out at this point. How
Yeah.
big is the motor?
So it's the stock 302.
Oh, okay.
It's the stock block, and then we bored it to 306.
Okay,
So,
so good internals on a stock size
yeah,
motor.
we're pushing its limits based on what other guys have broken. We know. With some encouraging, there's the option of us building a whole other engine on the side to drop in it.
Okay.
I think the numbers that it puts down now are going to be great for him when he's 14, taking it down the
It'll
drag
be great
strip.
for anybody, let
Yeah.
alone someone who's just learning how to drive a car. For
And
sure.
as any car guy knows, there's a demand for more power as you get used to what you have. So I think
We've all been down that road.
we'll be preparing for that in the future. Yeah.
Nice. Well, Max, you have an awesome car. Thank you for bringing us in your garage today. And 3 years from now, when you make it down the drag strip, we'll be there.
Yeah.